Welcome back. Making first videos back. It's like the awkward first day of class vibes. I hate it, but I feel like it's necessary. Most of you have never seen a previous video from me, mainly because I've privated all of those videos. Did not like the quality of my videos, but I do like having them as memories, so I privated them. Today's video, just kind of a welcome back. I'm starting fresh. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but I kind of just want to give a background to what I used to do on YouTube before I left for a couple years and kind of what my intentions are for this channel. And then as the title of this video says, I'm doing a January TBR, which is the first TBR I've done in years, which is so strange to say. So I used to watch YouTube video back in like middle school and stuff, but I didn't start a YouTube channel until I was in 2013, is like my sophomore year of high school, I think. I found the booktube community. I had no idea it existed, but I was surprised when I realized there were so many other nerds out there making videos that I was in love with, and just books that I loved. Really helped feed my book obsession. I just fell in love with the community. I was inspired. I loved the videos. And so I decided to start making videos. I have my tripod that I'm using now, which is what I started with. And then I had a camcorder, literally one that you just put on your hand and then flip out. I was using my Toshiba laptop with Windows Live Movie Maker, which for those of you who know what atrocity that is, it was a nightmare. And honestly, like, my aspect ratio was always off, the quality of my videos was terrible, but it was just really fun. And honestly, back then, like, technical aspects weren't that big of a deal because YouTube just wasn't a job, it wasn't a huge thing. So it's just something fun to do, and I didn't really feel self-conscious about that at first. So I was making videos, loved it. I did reviews mainly, but I was also kind of doing tags. I was doing videos with my friend Emily a couple times, who now lives in Nashville. And then I also helped co-host a couple readathons with my friend Miranda and like other YouTubers. Kind of went into college, first year, obviously, like most people who go to college realize, like, trying to create a content schedule for a dorm room and like figuring out your roommate's schedule, really difficult. Even though I became best friends with my roommate, obviously I didn't want to kick her out of the room, and it's also just weird to film because you hear everyone in the hallways and stuff constantly and they can hear you talking, so it was just weird. So I stopped making videos. Sophomore year I really missed it and I really wanted to get back into videos, but since it was college I kind of wasn't reading as much anymore because I was an athlete, doing schoolwork, joined college ministry. I decided to do some vlogs instead because I wanted to document my college experience. So I honestly documented most of my sophomore year of college. Thought it was really fun. I had a MacBook Pro at the time, which was helpful because I could use iMovie instead of Windows Live Movie Maker, which was a step up. But instead of a camera, I was still using my iPhone, and it wasn't like a great iPhone. I was using Snapchat, filming on Snapchat, downloading to my phone, and then importing into iMovie. So the quality was just, I was filming 15 seconds at a time. It was really awkward. Why am I getting text? I forgot to silence my phone. So, after sophomore year, getting into my senior year of college, I just got busier. I was a full-time athlete, was doing college ministry, had my jobs, I had 2 jobs, and was doing schoolwork and trying to just have a social life. So honestly, and I was a film minor, so I was fulfilling a lot of my creative passions with my classes. I just didn't have much of a need for YouTube anymore. Took a break for the last 2 years of college, but now, being almost 2 years post-grad and spending most of last year in quarantine, I actually jumped into TikTok. Started as a joke, but honestly met some amazing people and was just really inspired by a lot of the creative content on TikTok and really just miss creating. And as a young adult going into the workforce, you have the option to either work and then just come home, binge Netflix, and just kind of do nothing, or you can decide to educate yourself, pursue your passions, and do more, and just have fun and make the most of the time you've got. So that is more up my alley. I don't think I can mentally handle another year of just not creating anything and just kind of being stagnant and doing nothing. Nothing wrong with that if that is what you choose to do, but for me, I don't want to do that anymore. So YouTube, after just reflecting and that kind of stuff, just seemed to be the next best option so that I could get more experience with my craft and spend more time doing what I love. Editing is one of my favorites, and TikTok doesn't allow for much creative editing, so that is what I'm most excited about getting into. Intentions for this channel, I would love to just kind of get more experience with my craft. My kind of goals for 2021 are more centered around just kind of being consistent with editing and filming. I really just want to build up that muscle and also refine my style and kind of what makes my content unique. And same with like photography. I started photography Instagram, and so kind of just building my little niche on there and figuring out what I love to do. That is kind of the goal for this year. Next year, I would love to kind of collaborate a little bit more with people and just maybe get some financial income for my projects, but we'll kind of see. This year is just more so building up a portfolio, getting practice, educating myself on my craft, all that jazz. So yeah, this is kind of just, I don't know, this is more for me, so I can kind of see where I started, seeing where I'm going. I love watching people's journeys, especially like filmmakers and stuff. Heath Ledger's documentary is what started it for me. I love seeing like where people started and kind of how far they've taken it and how much they've grown, and it's so cool. And so that's kind of what this is. It's just kind of seeing where this takes me, seeing what God chooses to use from it. As for content, I would love to get back into BookTube. I definitely want to do more reviews and get back into maybe some tags. Definitely want to jump into a couple readathons this year. I'm already joining one, which I'll talk about more later, but that is just something that I love being a part of and really want to jump back into. Also, definitely want to get into more vlogs. I don't know how frequent the vlogs will be. I'm still trying to figure out what is realistic, because with COVID still going on, I'm still not going out and doing as much like with a bunch of people and doing crazy stuff. So if there's creative stuff going on, I think it holds you accountable a bit to try to make each week fun and make the most of it. As long as I'm holding myself accountable and actually living my life, maybe I'll do some vlogs. I definitely love making more documentary style things, kind of maybe wanting to get into more documentary style videos and projects. I think vlogs would kind of help build up that muscle as well. So that is why I want to do that. And then faith-based content, I would love to make some videos on that, but I think more so it's going to be more of a casual mention in my vlogs rather than a whole video, unless I'm feeling really pushed to talk about a certain topic or is really requested, which I don't really know if I'll get many requests right now especially. So I think it's going to be starting as a casual mention, and then if I feel called to mention more bigger topics, then I'll talk more in like bigger videos dedicated to solely those topics. We'll kind of see where that goes. And then film analysis is one of the biggest things that I miss from college. I miss analyzing film, especially the technical aspects combined with the storytelling and how they affect storytelling. So I think that's something that I would really love to get back into. I think it would also just help me educate myself on what I'm making. That is my washer, so I'm really sorry. So I think that would be really fun to kind of make some videos on that, especially cinematography and editing, how they affect storytelling, all that jazz. Get some reactions to, oh my gosh, so many TV shows and so many movies coming out this year that I'm really excited about, so reactions as well. If you have any suggestions, I know a lot of my friends have commented on my TikTok some suggestions, but if you have any and you haven't been on that side of the social media area or anything and you want to comment below suggestions, feel free. Also, constructive criticism is always welcome. I'm using this as a way to grow, and so always feel free to comment as long as comments are open, because I would love to just better what I'm doing. So that is always open as well. And yeah, that's it for the awkward first day vibes. Thank you for sticking through that if you did. If you did stick through all of that, comment below something about cheese. You can also make a serious comment, but like comment cheese somewhere in there. You put at the end, put an emoji with cheese, I don't know, because then I'll know. I'll know you're a real one. Anyways, like the title suggests, I want to do my TBR for January. I have a goal of reading 50 books, so I'm hoping the TBRs and wrap-ups will also hold me accountable to getting that goal. I've never taken it that seriously, it's just something fun to try and achieve, but I think this year might be the year to do it, so I'm gonna try my best. So first is kind of a cheat, but it's long enough that I'm counting it. I'm rereading A Court of Winds and Ruin. Sarah J. Maas has her new book in the series coming out in February, and so I'm really excited, but this was more of a comfort reread last year, so I'm just finishing this up. But I have enough pages where it counts as like a whole other book, I feel like, so we're counting it. Second, I've started but haven't gotten far into is Taste and See by Margaret Feinberg. This is a faith-based book, and honestly, I feel like there's not a huge niche for faith-based books on BookTube. So I think that would be something awesome to kind of get more into. I've wanted to read more faith books this year anyways, and so I think that would be something fun to add to the community. So if you're wanting to see more of this, let me know. I feel like there's going to be some people that might like to see it. I'm really excited about this one. I think it's really short too, so honestly my attention span is going to love me. It's going to be great. And then the last 3 books are all part of the same trilogy. I'm actually joining a readathon at the end of this month to start these. It's my first time reading them, but it is the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. The TV show on Netflix is coming out in this spring, and then she also might have another book coming out, I'm not quite sure. A bunch of booktubers, Jesse the Reader being one of them, who I love his content, but a bunch of them are doing kind of a big readathon. The first trilogy this month, the duology next month, and then one of the other books in March, preparing for the TV show and everything. I think it's a fun way to jump into a new year with a fandom and just get excited about something. And I've been wanting to read these because I know I'm gonna love at least the duology. I'm gonna be obsessed with the duology, so I really want to read this. So if you are interested in that, want to jump into it, want to be a part of the readathon, or even just be like in the know about the TV show and stuff, I don't really know. I'll link all of their information down below and the Discord and everything that I'm a part of. But yeah, that's it That's my TBR for the month. It's probably going to get more diverse as the year goes on because I want to read more genres and stuff, but with the readathon I definitely want to hammer out these 3 books, so that's why it's primarily fantasy this month. But yeah, that is my first video back. It's going to be really awkward and hard to edit, but hopefully as time goes on, kind of loosen up. It'll be more normal. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I'm weird, so it works. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment something about cheese if you watched this far, especially multiple cheeses if you watched this far. And I will see you guys next time. See you later.